Hello everybody, it's Targ here. Today we're taking a look at Mega Bloks, Dragons, Fire and Ice, Vorgan flagship, and this is what I've been waiting for such a long time. As you can see from way back when, I've had this circled from 2004. I've circled this, and now I have it. And not only did I get this set, but I also got, boom, the Portal of Fire. Both sealed in box, never been opened. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Vorgan attack ship. And it opens up like so. Whoa. So it shows you the whole inside there. You can even zoom in and look at that. Very cool. Look at all that stuff it comes with. And over here, you got the characters on the sides. Everything it comes with. Pretty sweet. And you got the characters in the little viewer area here, which is all like crystally, well, ice. It's all ice there, which is pretty cool. And there's the back side of it, back side of the box, and the tape's already peeling off, as you can see here. So let's open this up and get to it. So we're gonna build the set, and then we're gonna take a look at the set. All right. So we're gonna do a speed build of it, and then look at it. All right. So hope you enjoy it. And let's get to it. So before we move on to the ship, we're going to start looking at the minifigures. But you may be wondering, hold up, T-Rex, where's the rest of the speed build? And I had to stop recording because the long bits, the long wooden brown pieces of the ship were brittle and they started shattering when I was putting them down. So I had to do a lot of gluing and a lot of extra work to it as I went along. Fortunately, those were the only pieces that were very brittle in the set. And I don't know if that was a common thing when the set was released, but they definitely were brittle. And I do a lot of gluing to get those pieces to work. So yeah, the build kind of was on a halt when I was building it and everything. When I put all the pieces down, I heard this pop, 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 pop. Everything was starting to crack and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh! So I had to take it off to the side, or put it on my workbench, and finish the build over there. The ship's finished. Ship looks great. It's all good. But unfortunately, I did stop the speed build right then and there. So hopefully you enjoyed that bit that I did record. But now we're going to move on to all the figures that you get in the set, and then we'll move on to the ship and take a look at the set as a whole. So first we're going to take a look at the minifigures that come with the set, and then move on to the two big dragons. So we're going to first start with the good guys, and so we're going to be taking a look at Heartfire, Adrenus Smite. Sorry, I'm terrible with reading, but here we also have Agnes Blaze. So those are the three fire that come with the set here, and here they are right up here. And so here the three are right here, and they look really cool. I love the details on these guys. They look so nice and so sweet. Love the cool shields. They all come with different shields, however. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, they look sweet. Very, very cool figures. They've got crossbows, a hammer on his back, and a sword on his back. And they look really, really good. Their weapons and shields look really nice. This shield even has the wood detail in it right there. Cool metal pins there and everything. Looks really good. Let's look at the awesome sword and everything. And these guys are pretty well articulated. They do have rotating heads. Their arms can move here. The legs can move down here. Right here. The only thing that they don't really have, like Lego has, is arm rotation, so they can't swivel their arms in a spin. But that's fine, you know. You just you know, it's all right. And all the figures, even the Vorgans, come with metal bits in them, because in these lines you can have, because some of the dragons have metals in their hands, so they can pick them up, or there's little grips they can grip them, like on the Vorgan ship that we'll take a look at here in just a second. So there is a look at the three good mini figures that come with the set. And now we're going to take a look at some of the Ice Vorgans. And now we're ready for me to butcher some more names. So first, in here we have Gortsaz, Krykrog, Shilcock, and Bruok. So there you go. There's the Vorgan names. After that butcher of these guys' names, so here are them with all their accessories. You got this big old whip for riding one of the dragons, for whipping it, though I don't recommend whipping a dragon. It's not a very good idea. Not a very good idea at all. So we'll take a look at the ones with the hairs first. So here are these two. And so here's this guy with his cool shield, which has this nice frost to it, which is pretty cool. He's all frosty with a nice white brush on him to bring out that frost to him. And he has this really cool fuzz on his back. It's all furry and fuzzy, it feels really nice. It's a nice feel to it. And yeah, he looks pretty cool. And they have a little swivel for their heads because they're more of a hunch back here, so they're pretty swivelly and furry there too. And this is his weapon. It's pretty cool. And next up we've got this guy, the captain, if you want to call him that. So here is the captain with his fuzzy back. He's got this cool frosty horns here and this really cool shiny weapon right here, and looks really sweet. Nice. And next we've got this Frosty Vorgan here, which is also done really nicely. I love the details on these minifigs. Oh, Mega did such a good job. It was so sweet. So cool. He's got pale white eyes. And here we have this guy, the driver, as shown on the box and stuff. So he kind of drives the boat, and he's pretty cool. He's got cool goggles there, and the whip is very nice and bendable, and it's pretty deadly. Let's see. Don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, you can get some whipping going with that. Careful with it. I'll be careful with it, but yeah, it's a pretty cool accessory. And so that has been a look at all the Ice Vorgan minifigures right there, and the whip. And now for the little dragon in the set, which his name is Targ. There's another butcher of a name, but anyways, here he is, and it looks pretty cool. I really like it. Now, this particular Vorgan dragon guy, I guess you call it a dragon, sure, his fur here is really nice. It's super soft and very different. If we take a look at one of the other Vorgans, here you can see that the fur color is also different right there. It's I think this is real hair. I don't know if it is or what, but it feels like real hair. This is like, I don't know, if it's like dog hair or something. It's very interesting in the field there. But it's a really cool figure here. And what's also pretty cool is it has a little hook, well, little pegs right there, and you can take yourself a Vorgan. If they're not holding their weapons, it's easier, so we'll just take this weapons out of his hands here, plug him down right there, and now there's all this fur blocking his vision. You can kind of push it out of his way so he can see there. And another feature that you got here is the grip in the tail, so you can put a figure like so and have him being swung around like with the tail there. So that's another thing you can do. And another thing this guy has for play feature is his mouth can open and close. It's got a little spring there, so you can take a figure, and if you take his weapons out of his hands, you can have them being eaten like that, or even the other way. Oh no, help me! Now I've tried my best to get him to actually go all the way in, and he has this little hole underneath the jaw here, so you can fit the lower legs deeper in there. But the Mega Block figures are just too big; they're too chunky. But if you take a Lego figure, no, you can just slip him in there and close. All the way in there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And the detail on this guy is really nice. Nice white paint on this guy. All nice. The wings here are beautifully detailed. Oh, I just love the details on the Mega Bloks dragon stuff. It's so cool. And there's the other wing. And the wings articulation can move like this. The legs can spin. And the feet even have this little tappy thing, so they can tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. So there's feet articulation there. The arms can rotate like so, and they even have an in and out movement. So that's pretty cool. Nice blue eyes there. And is it to me, because this looks like earmuffs. You'll see there's the earmuffs there. I just kind of noticed that. I was looking, I was like, it looks like he's got earmuffs. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool, awesome dragon. Very, very sweet. And now we're going to take a look at Coolcan. I believe that's how you say his name there. I'll focus it better so you can read it. Coolcan, something like that. But here is the dragon, and this is a pretty awesome drake here. This figure did include batteries, which was surprising. Unfortunately, back in the day, that would have been great, but now, the batteries were quite corroded. I took the batteries out, and I did try to find some batteries, because they weren't that corroded, but unfortunately, the store that I went to didn't have any batteries that were going to work. So, unfortunately, I can't actually test to see if it would work or not. But how it would work is you just push this down, and this would do a click, and it would light up the chest right there and turn blue. I'll try to get some batteries and show a little bit if that works or not. But this is a pretty cool, awesome ice dragon. Sweet, sweet figure. The tail is made of nice plastic, nice bendy plastic back there, so the tail can wiggle and waggle. The wings are awesome, and they're on these ball joints, so they can move all around. And these are clearly just clear plastic, like this, and then it's been painted with this bone detail right there, which looks really, really nice. Articulation on this figure, you got leg movement there, leg up there. Sorry about the dog. But then you have this articulation here as well at the elbows here, which are on those ball joints. They can kind of move all around and everything, in and out up there. They can spin all around. No head articulation, but the mouth can open and close. So though it's more like a you can't do like a big it's more of a but you can just yeah. And as for paint and detail on this figure, this is a top-notch toy. Oh my goodness, look at that detail. Look at that detail. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's amazing. These spikes here are made of nice soft plastic, and the eye paint and everything on this guy is just so well done. Oh, it looks so nice. So very, very nice. This is just a really awesome dragon. And he does have a little plate right there, so you can take a Vorgan that's brave enough to ride this guy and equip with a whip, which is a very bad idea to do, I would say. And then you can have him being ridden by a Vorgan. Move faster! Oh! So, let's look at this dragon. So before we take a look at the set, let's read the backstory to this. The Vorgans have raided a Norwegian shipyard and captured one of their most powerful sea vessels, a man of war. With the ship yet unfinished, the Vorgans enlisted the help of Coolcan, an ancient and evil ice dragon, and are launching surprise attacks against the unsuspecting Draga and Norwegian coasts. So there you go. That's my amazing reading of what the set is. So here is the full set in its glory. And it is massive. So big that it doesn't fit in frame at all. It's so massive. So here's my ruler. And just for size, you know, if we measure all the way to the dragon, for how it's fully extended, it's 30 inches and a half. So the whole set as is 30 inches and a half. And from height, from the very top of the set, we're looking at 22.5 inches. Very big. And I forgot to measure the dragon here. So the dragon is about 31 inches right there. Okay. So he's a pretty long dragon. He's not 31 inches. Apologies. I'm looking at the ruler upside down. So the dragon is 13.5 inches long. Now that makes more sense. And his wingspan is 13 inches as well. So there you go with that. It's a really big set. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a big set. And so big that the spot I wanted for it takes up a lot of space. So let's zoom in and check out all the features that this set has. So I'm going to be freehanding this, so apologies if it's a little shaky, but I'll try to keep it still as possible. So here with the dragon mounted to the front of the ship, because again, he's helping to fly the ship to its destination. So he's on this little mounted area here with these straps that hold him in place. And it's not that bad, it's pretty nice. And then these ropes go up here, where he's kind of holding the reins here, you know. So he's kind of helping steering the ship. And then down here, we got this big old ice head, which does have a little bit of motion right there. If you take this whole thing out, you can close all the way down. And we come down to the detail layer of the ship. And as this is something I should point out here, you can see this crack here. And that's not the only crack. I don't know how well you're going to see these other cracks, but there's a crack here. There's cracks underneath this plate. Over on this one's not too bad, but some of these I've had to super glue back together. The plates in here, you can see there's a crack here on this one, crack here, and as soon as I started putting these big plates down, I started hearing these. I was like, oh my gosh! But these were the only pieces that were that brittle. All the other pieces were fine. There's no other issues with the rest of the set, which is good. I was concerned that these bits here were going to be pretty fragile, but they aren't. They're actually very good. They're very good. Very good quality with those. So, so here is the crow's nest of the ship here. You got this big old iceberg right there with the little guy up here. Steering, I guess. I don't know. I don't really think he needs to be helping steering a big ancient evil dragon. But then we come down here to this little bit right here of the playset, which is pretty cool. It's on this little hinge here, so you can swing it out and swing it in. And it's on this little, down here, you got this chain here with this little magnet bit right there, and like I said, all the figures have this little magnet in them, so you can put that right there, and you can dangle it inside this little pit right here, where a dragon is ready to eat him up. Rawr, 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 rawr. So that's pretty cool right there, and you can of course spread the figures out all around her. So he's trying to come up here to save him. You can climb up here and be like, get him out of the way, and then steer him off to safety. So you can go ahead and save his friend there, and then here is the captain's chair right back there. You can see that there. He can't sit in it when he's holding everything, so you kind of just, whoops, he fell in. So he kind of removed some of the stuff, but yeah, he can fit in there pretty sweet. You got these cool icy fire bits here, which is cool. And then over here we have a cannon right here, which can swivel all around. It can go down. Let's move this out of the way there. There we go. So you can have it move down, you can have it move up, and it shoots just fine. It comes with this clear piece in here, so we just fire that, and woo! It fires pretty well. And if I can get it out here, let me just fire one more time. We'll fire the dragon. Pew! Okay. So here is the bolt piece. And it being a clear plastic, I can imagine that when kids got this, this was probably a piece that got lost pretty quickly, being clear and being clear plastic and all. But yeah, pretty awesome. And then we come down here to the side of the ship. Just want to show you this detail down here. It's got this nice frosty green here with these ice crystal-y shields here. And this is where cannon holes would be, cannon spots would be on the Man of War. But of course the ship isn't finished, so it doesn't have all of the bells and whistles as the Man of War should have. And then it has this nice built-up piece here to help hold the mast piece in here. And yeah, it's a pretty cool, awesome set. And here is the ramming bit of the ship. Though the dragon up here kind of defeats the purpose of this whole ramming thing here, because you got a dragon up there. And so yeah, that is a look at the full set here. We'll come around to the back of the ship to give you a look at that. See how well I can do that. And so there's the bottom of the ship working our way up. And there you go, a nice look at my movies over there. And yeah, so we got that cool staircase in there and everything. These bits come apart, a little easy to bump them. Cool ice bits here, cool ice bits hanging off the side of the ships there, along the other side, and all around a very, very cool set. Now I've been looking at this set here and thinking about how practical it would be in a real ship battle. And I'm really thinking it wouldn't be that effective. You got this big dragon up here, which would be a very simple target to shoot, especially since it's harnessed in here, so it can't fly off and maneuver itself. It's stuck there. It's stuck there. It's harnessed in place. So another ship could shoot at this, and if it takes out this guy, it's a good amount of weight there, and with a dead skeleton dragon, it would probably pull the whole ship down into the water. So him there is not that great. It's only got one cannon on one side of the ship. It's got no other weapons anywhere. So as a fighting ship, it doesn't really have much going for it, especially if you take out the dragon. There's no steering at all to this. However, I will say, if we change it up a bit here and do this, and have the dragon separate, so they're flying by themselves, so nothing's going to hinder them, and he can move and maneuver and do everything he can, and change the steering of this so that there actually is a steering wheel, so you could have like this as the driving area, so you can put a Vorgan in there, as if he was steering the ship. So this is actually the driving zone. Now for the vessel, so that's where he's driving, and then you have oars come out of these, so it's not like a big Viking rowing ship with the big front here, all the spikes and everything. So it's moving super fast. With all the Vorgans rowing, it rams the enemy ship, the other Man of War. All the Vorgans in this massive area pour out and attack the other ship and take it. That's how I see this working out. Really, really awesomely. Really awesome set. Yeah, very cute. And this has been a look at Mega Bloks, Dragons, Fire and Ice, Vorgan, Ice, Fang. Super awesome set, super, super cool, love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm so happy to finally have the set after many, many years of wanting this. I've got it, super awesome, very cool set. Let me know if you ever had this set back in the day, and yeah, it's a really awesome set. What can I say? I'm happy to finally have it. Really cool, really awesome. And so the next set we're going to be taking a look at is the Portal of Fire. So stay tuned for that, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Until then, have a great day, and goodbye, everybody.